This is when you don't just make something. You invent.
The Chrysler Cirrus LXI. Cab-forward design. Driver adaptive transmission. Speed-sensitive steering. Fatigue-reducing driver's seat. Car and driver's 10 best. The Chrysler Cirrus. The difference between just making something and inventing something. What's new in your world?
Oops. Look what you did to my car! Ow! My neck! I'll see you in court!
Court? I just tapped him.
I don't like the looks of this.
Unexpected expenses?
Guilty.
Now at Hardee's, get 2 quarter-pound Boss Burgers for only $2 with special Boss sauce. 2 for $2. Only at Hardee's. What will they think of next? 2 bacon, egg, and cheese biscuits, also $2.
Now, from Fox 28 South Bend, this is Fox 28 News.
Despite steady snow, it's been mostly smooth sailing on Michiana highways this Super Bowl Sunday. Good evening, everyone. I'm Alberta McKnight.
And I'm Fred Martino. First on Fox tonight, Michiana's latest brush with winter comes on an unusually busy evening for traffic. The evening started out looking like this along the US 20 bypass near Michigan and South Bend as people headed to Super Bowl parties. Fortunately, the trip back home wasn't nearly as snowy, but of course, there's always the fear of drunk driving on the roads after the Super Bowl. However, police appear to be no busier tonight than what you'd usually expect in weather like this. That's the good news. The bad news, we haven't seen the last of the snow. Here's meteorologist John Fisher.
Yeah, that's right, Fred. We did get about an inch or so of snow this evening, and it did stop about 7 or 8 o'clock this evening, so roads should be a little bit better on the way back home from those Super Bowl parties. Take a look at our local radar, and you can see that's what the snow was. There it is, moving away up there to the northeast and out of the Michiana region. But and you can see it looks pretty clear. I mean, all the way down there to LaPorte and Knox and all the way down to the south and the southwest. It's looking pretty clear, but there is more out there, and I'll be telling you more about all that. Snow, rain, ice. Well, we'll take a look at what it is and how close it's all going to get and how much it's going to add up to when I come back in a few minutes with my full forecast. Alberta?
That doesn't sound too good, does it? The roads were slick in New Buffalo, but police say that's not the main reason behind a deadly collision between a car and a train. It happened on Sands Road, and the impact was enough to throw the victim from his car. As soon as police arrived, they tried to save 29-year-old Michael Glossinger of LaPorte, but it was just too late.
I checked for vital signs, was unable to raise any, and started CPR immediately until the ambulance arrived.
Glossinger was pronounced dead at the hospital. Police say this isn't the first collision that's happened here. There are no gates at this crossing, nor are there any flashing lights. There is a stop sign near the crossing, but police say people tend to roll through the intersection instead of coming to a complete stop.
Since 6 o'clock, there's been an arrest in the murder of an Elkhart man. The body of 22-year-old Joshua Hartman was found earlier today along County Road 7 near County Road 6. He'd been shot, and now police say that they have a suspect in custody, 21-year-old Michael Massing of Elkhart. No word yet on a possible motive for the killing. Massing has a court date tomorrow. Tomorrow is also the day a Goshen man will go on trial for murder a second time. The case goes back to September of '95 when a man named Charles Bradshaw was shot dead here in an alley behind a bar in Goshen. Hector Flores went on trial for the killing last summer, but the jury deadlocked. Prosecutors wouldn't give up, though, so they're going to try to convict Flores again this week.
It looks like the FBI is targeting 3 new suspects in last summer's Olympic Park bombing. Apparently, agents are examining a possible link between the Atlanta bombing and similar explosions in Washington state. 3 men from Idaho are being held without bond tonight after being arrested for last summer's Spokane Valley bombings. Purchases and telephone records reportedly place at least one of the suspects in Atlanta during the Summer Games explosion.
A little relief for folks in Northern California where heavy rain has caused flooding and mudslides. Many homes and streets in Sacramento are flooded after 7 inches of rain in the last week alone. That's half the rain the city usually gets in an entire year. The rain is slacking off, but once again, scattered showers are expected in Northern California tomorrow.
And more rainfall is about the last thing Northern California needs. Here's an aerial view of what it looks like just north of Sacramento. Residents are bailing out and piling sandbags roof high, trying to keep the water out. But in many cases, it's a futile effort. U.S. Highway 50 also remains shut down. It's a major link between Northern California and the Lake Tahoe ski resorts.
Unfortunately, this scene has become all too familiar in Belgrade and its outlying region. What started out as a peaceful demonstration quickly flared into violence between protesters and police. They're contesting the results of last November's Serbian elections, and this is just the latest in 10 weeks worth of protests. Hundreds of people were rescued today after an ice break on a frozen lake in central Canada. There were no immediate reports of injuries after a 7-mile-long crack stranded some 500 people. The crack isolated those folks at one end of the lake. About 200 fishermen and snowmobilers were forced to spend the night trapped on the ice floe. Police say high winds caused the ice to shift and break free.
An estimated 800 million people worldwide spent part of this night watching the Super Bowl. But not everyone watched the game from the comforts of home. In Green Bay, dedicated Packer fans tailgated at Lambeau Field in 10-degree weather. Fans here were just as dedicated. They just weren't quite as insane.
Been a Green Bay fan since 1941. This is great. I've been a Packer fan forever and a day.
Well, I'm going for the Patriots for one thing. The AFC division has been down for 10 years.
It's cool. I mean, I've always wanted them to be in the Super Bowl ever since I started becoming a Packers fan.
It didn't matter where you watched the game in Michiana. The scene was pretty much cheesy, and fans were intent on keeping score.
And I sit here with my bad brick call in case things get too tough, or I have my little referee in case the calls are a little bad.
But Packer fans could hear only one call this Super Bowl Sunday, and that was victory. It's a night diehard green and gold fans have longed for, and a reminder why this trophy bears Vince Lombardi's name.
It's been really tough, I'm telling you. I've waited a long time for this.
There will be all kinds of stories that spin off of tonight's game. One is what's going to happen with Patriots coach Bill Parcells. He's been at odds with the team's owner, Robert Kraft, and may leave when his contract expires Saturday. This is the 13th Super Bowl loss in a row for AFC fans.
Hello?
Anyone could buy a radio like this to listen to your cellular phone call, and the government can't stop it. We'll tell you why next. And later, this goat doesn't know it, but he's about to take a 50-foot drop off a church tower.
Man, here's a look at temperatures as they come in around the entire country. You can see some warmer air down in the south of where we are right now. 19 degrees here in Michiana, but look at this, Evansville coming in at 36 degrees. This warmer air is headed our way. I'll tell you how long the warm air is going to stay and what's coming along with that warm air when I come back in about 8 minutes.
It's all ahead as Fox 28 News continues for South Bend, Mishawaka, and New Buffalo.
Find incredible savings on countertops at Menards. They're great for the kitchen and other rooms of your home. Choose from 3 colors in 4, 6, 8, 10, or 12-foot lengths. Just $3.89 a lineal foot. Or select from 3 designer colors, also available in 5 3-cup lengths. Now $4.39 a lineal foot. Find all your home improvement needs at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
January in northern Indiana and nothing to do.
Oh, yes, there is. The Michiana Boat and Outdoor Show. Over 300 boats, personal watercraft, fishing tackle and fishing resorts, Great Lakes charter boats, seminars by Kevin Van Dam, Shaw Grigsby, Kim Stricker, and Craig Atkins, motorcycles and ATVs. Don't miss this opportunity for huge pre-season savings with special show pricing. The Michiana Boat and Outdoor Show, January 31st through February 2nd. Century Center, downtown South Bend.
If you're just rolling out of bed, do not look outside.
Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo offers an available V8 and full-time four-wheel drive.
On the way, buses are running behind.
Anti-lock disc brakes and dual airbags.
Good luck getting through.
Plus package values of up to $11.50.
All in all, it's a great day for snowmen.
Making Jeep Grand Cherokee greatly underappreciated by school kids everywhere.
See your local Jeep and Eagle dealer.
The actual knowledge that someone can be listening to everything you say, it's a little scary.
Scary but true. Almost anyone who wants to listen to your cellular phone call can. In Focus tonight, you think it's a private conversation. It feels like a private conversation, but when you're on a cellular phone, you might as well be on the radio. Anyone who owns a scanner that monitors police departments and rescue squads can also pick up your cell call. The government is trying to stop that, but as Fox 28's Heidi Hemmett tells us, that's easier said than done.
Hello? Cell phones are answering the call for convenience. Now you can be reached just about any time, anywhere. But your cell phone call is far from private.
Hello?
Your conversation can be easily overheard on a police scanner.
Police scanners can hear these things.
So anytime you're using a cellular phone or any kind of cordless phone in your house, anybody who is on that frequency could pick it up.
The actual knowledge that someone can be listening to everything you say, it's a little scary.
Even scarier if you're caught listening in. That violates federal law. Recently, the government has taken steps to cut down on eavesdropping. The newer model scanners have been modified to block out cellular calls.
875 is definitely a cell phone frequency. And if I press enter, it gives me an error signal. You can't put that frequency in.
But despite the government's efforts to make your cell phone calls more private, it's still possible to pick up conversations even on scanners that have been modified. That's because sometimes your cellular call accidentally goes out over more than one frequency, one that's still legal to listen to.
When the frequency goes out and bounces off, it'll bounce back at a different frequency that the scanner can pick up that's in its range. And that's what you're actually picking up. It's not the actual talking frequency, but the frequency that's being reflected.
But eavesdroppers, beware. Maybe the government can't stop you, but the cell phone industry has your number. Trying to come up with a phone that can't be overheard. Until then, the best advice?
I guess if I were going to, plan world domination or something, I wouldn't do it over the cellular phone.
Because you never know when that phone call that seems like a private thing is actually drawing an audience. Heidi Hemmett, Fox 28 News, South Bend.
Something else you should know, someone who's really determined to listen to your cell calls can order a scanner from a dealer in Canada where the cellular frequencies are not blocked out. The only thing that can stop that scanner from coming into the United States is U.S. Customs, and their enforcement is spotty at best.
Well, from pirated calls to stolen cars, the new #1 choice of car thieves in this country is now the Honda Accord. In fact, 3 models of the Honda Accord rank as the top 3 stolen cars. The mid-'80s model of the Olds Cutlass Supreme, #1 the last 4 years, now falls to #4, and the '95 Ford Mustang is #5.
Well, you know it's nasty out there tonight, but how's the work week shaping up? Meteorologist John Fisher is up next with the Fox 28 forecast.
Through January 31st, it's the EB Truck Center's Commercial Truck Markdown Showdown.
In this corner, the famous Ford Cutaway. And in this corner, the world champion Isuzu Workhorse.
Ford versus Isuzu. Head-to-head, invoice-to-invoice, deep discounts, huge savings, fierce markdowns. It's only at the EB Truck Center in Napanee, and it's only through January 31st. Who can mark down the most?
There are no rules.
Why do people say Arby's bacon melt tastes so great? Is it Arby's slow-roasted beef, or because it's only 99 cents? Is it the taste of our one-of-a-kind, thick-cut peppered bacon, or the 99 cents? Maybe it's the tangy cheddar. Maybe it's the 99 cents. Probably it's all the above. Taste why it's better out here. Arby's bacon melt. You know what it costs. Try Arby's home-style fries. So good, they beat McDonald's in the national taste test.
Get a big screen TV at a price you won't lose any sleep over. Circuit City. You can't get a lower price. We guarantee it.
The Baby and Bunk Gallery in Fort Wayne not only has a large selection of adult bedroom suites, we also have a very large selection of cribs, children's beds, bunk beds, and hundreds of other baby products, like 300 choices of crib linens to choose from. Some cribs convert to full-size beds. We even have glider rockers that not only glide, but some swivel, recline, and massage your back. Best of all, when you're done with the crib, we will offer to buy it back. That's all at the Baby and Bunk Gallery, 4702 Parnell Avenue in Fort Wayne, inside the Waterbed Furniture Experience Store.
Now, tomorrow's forecast for all of Michiana.
Well, I have some good news for you, even if you did bet on New England today. Today, temperatures begin to improve around Michiana. As of yesterday, the normal high temperature, the daily averages look like this. The high was 30 and the low was 15. That was as of yesterday. But look what happens today. The high is still 30, but the low is now 16 degrees, meaning, ladies and gentlemen, that the average day is now 1/2 degree warmer than it was through yesterday. Yesterday, the coldest portion of the year. It's now over. Things are getting warm. Before you know it, those 80-degree temperatures are going to be here. Another 6 months. Hold on. Things are getting better here in Michiana. Again, even if you did bet on New England. And as if to kind of celebrate the warmer temperatures coming our way, Mother Nature is warming up the temperatures even as we speak right now. Yeah, we got some warm air moving in. Our temperature right now is 19 degrees in South Bend, 19 degrees in Benton Harbor. Up about 2 degrees in the past 3 hours, and temperatures will be rising into and through the 20s overnight tonight and into the low 30s during the day tomorrow. Along with our 19-degree temperature, we have winds out of the east. They are 12 miles an hour. Put a little damper on the warmer temperatures coming our way. The wind chill right now is 1 degree, but this too shall pass. Relative humidity 80%. Barometer is holding steady, and just 1 inch of snow primarily through the afternoon and early evening hours here in Michigan. It looked like more than it actually was, only added up to about 1 inch. There's our high temperature for the day so far, where we are right now, 19 degrees. 2 was our low early this morning, 14 degrees below the normal, and just 9 degrees away from that record of -7 set back in 1963. So very cold this morning, but again, getting warmer. Now, there's some stuff coming along with those warmer temperatures. This is what passed through earlier. There's a little bit of snow, again, dropped about 1 inch in most areas of Michiana, but moving away to the north and to the northeast. We're in kind of a dry period right now. Things will be quiet for the most part overnight tonight, but look down south here. We've got rain for the most part down here, but if you look closely, you see some orange down there. That's ice, and then there's a little bit of snow there in Kentucky and a little bit of snow there in the middle of Missouri. This whole thing is moving right our way, and it looks like from just about a little bit north of Indianapolis south, it'll be kind of messy. Some ice and some rain. But where we are here in Michigan, it looks like what you're seeing here as snow is all we're going to see as this system passes through during the day tomorrow. Maybe 2, maybe 3 inches of snow for everybody, and that'll be about it. Here it comes yesterday, coming across the Rockies and moving its way into the middle of the country. Right now, the center of the storm, really fairly far away, down here towards Oklahoma or so, but there's that warm front. There's the warm air coming in that, again, will rise us into about the low 30s during the day tomorrow. As the day progresses tomorrow, we'll see the the center of the storm passed right over the top of where we are. Again, 2 to 3 inches of snow, and by late tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening or so, it'll be beyond us. The snow will just be leaving us. Cooler air builds in. I think our high on Tuesday, only about the mid-20s or so. Overnight tonight, cloudy skies, maybe a flurry or two, nothing too much to worry about. Temperatures rising into the 20s, so not as cold as it was last night. During the day tomorrow, here in Michiana, basically snow, a couple of inches, 2 to 3 inches, a high of 31. And for tomorrow evening, the snow comes to an end. Our low down to 17 degrees. And on Tuesday afternoon, a little bit of sunshine, but a high of only 24. A little warmer on Wednesday, a high of 30 with a mix of clouds and sun. Another snowstorm comes our way on Thursday. Not looking for a whole lot of snow out of that one as well. Wednesday, it gets chilly, though, once that snow goes by, a high of 20 degrees with a mix of sun and clouds. So for those of you who like it a little warmer, we have tomorrow. For those of you who bet on New England, we have next year.
Oh, boy. Now, did you bet on New England?
No, I don't bet. I
that
rooted
forecast
for New
looks
England.
Like
but,
maybe you did.
Well, it's kind of cold up in New England right now.
Yeah. Kind of
meteorologically and otherwise.
All right. Thanks a lot, John. Well, the Packers scored the same way that people vote in Chicago, early and often.
Up next in Fox 28 Sports, Dean Hubbard has Super Bowl highlights and post-game reaction. Plus, he fulfills a bet.
From behind the wheel, you might think of Dodge Caravan as a car. Probably because in some ways it is. Its cab-forward, wheels-to-the-corners design makes it stable and sure-footed, a lot like a car. Its advanced suspension makes it nimble and agile, a lot like a car. With all the utility of a spacious four-door van, all of which suggests we got the name right. Caravan. Just as original as the original.
Take a barbecue break with McDonald's McRib Sandwich. It's long on taste, but short on time. So enjoy a McRib Sandwich before it's gone at McDonald's.
They were the best of friends until a woman came between them.
I bet you had peanut butter for breakfast.
Now witness the betrayal.
Hey, what's with the skirts? What if I want to strut around nude?
And the passion.
All they do is kiss. How cute. They don't open their mouths, do they?
It's a tale of young love that knows no bounds.
Millhouse, we're living in the age of cooties. I can't believe the risk you're running.
Something Simpson, something for everyone. Monday at 7:30 on Fox 28.
I got you to choose 3 different kinds of shrimp, my favorite kind. 30 of them. I mean, it's terrific.
30 shrimp for under $10.
Now at Red Lobster, it's our mix and match 30 shrimp dinner, just $9.99.
It's the best quality you can get.
You get 30 shrimp in whatever combination you choose, like tangy lemon pepper, delicious beer battered, and succulent shrimp scampi.
Oh, the shrimp doesn't get any better.
With salad and cheddar biscuits, mix and match 30 shrimp, just $9.99 at Red Lobster.
Unbelievable. You gotta go.
Contact Fox 28 at Skynet.net or via phone, fax, or modem. Tell us what's on your mind. Something on the web, something for everyone on Fox 28.
Now on Fox 28 News, Michiana's first look at sports.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the cheesiest sportscast I've ever done. Holding up to a friendly wager I had with Fred in Alberta. At the end of the sportscast, the cheesehead will reluctantly go on. Oh, man, this is going to be bad. You saw it right here on Fox 28. Green Bay was a 14-point favorite over New England, and they showed the world that they're simply the best. Reggie White and company, the Minister of Defense, was preaching early. He is the King Cheddar. Second play of the game, Green Bay's offense. Oh, Brett Favre goes deep to Andre Rison. Pack up 7-love. After a field goal, it was 10-0, but New England fought back. Drew Bledsoe, there's one touchdown. Then Bledsoe goes deep to Terry Glenn, a spectacular grab. The Patriots led this game 14-10, but look at the speed of Antonio Freeman. He is gone, a record-breaking touchdown catch. Wow. Favre and company scored 27 points in the first half. They led this game 27-14. The real pack breaker, well, it came after New England had closed within 6. This is Desmond Howard, the former University of Michigan star. He returns at 99 yards, the longest in Super Bowl history. Howard named the MVP as Green Bay wins the Super Bowl 35-21.
Myself, I wouldn't be here today. The lowest point was during training camp in Green Bay, knowing that I had the talent that I possessed, but not being able to show it because I had a hip pointer. And I confided in Reggie White, you know. Reggie's a great guy. He's definitely a great guy, and he helped me through this a whole heck of a lot.
Mass confusion. You know, I mean, everyone is pulled in different places. I can tell you this, and there was a lot of tears shed. People were excited. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't think it's really sunk in yet. It hasn't hit us that we're the world champions.
I credit Mike Holmgren and their organization. They played well today, and they played better than we did, particularly in that special teams area.
Well, it's hard to believe, but the man immortalized as the coach, he's going to be returning to the NFL, but not with Chicago. ESPN has reported that yesterday, now it has been, these guys have cheese on their head. You're going to have to see this. I'm cracking up already. ESPN reported that Mike Ditka will be the new head coach of the New Orleans Saints. Ditka was a record-breaking player for 6 years with Chicago in the 1960s. He was an assistant with Dallas before taking over as the head coach of the Bears in 1982. In his 10 years with the Bears, he guided teams to 6 NFC Central titles, and they also won the Super Bowl. Well, when Indiana blew a 6-point lead in the final minute against Minnesota, the confidence of the young team was really shaky. They played without their leading scorer and survived. Now, with Andre back, the Hoosiers are once again playing like winners. How about Bobby on the sideline? Ooh, he's saying when Penn State had that old box gin, it was a lot louder in here. Ooh, there is Patterson down low. His knee looks all right. Jared Stevens, he has clearance for takeoff. Oh, no, but his man is there to salvage the wreckage. IU sharp in the first half, way ahead. Oh, look at that. Charlie Miller, he had a career-high 17. Then it's Neil Reed working off the screen for 3. Indiana wins it 70-55. Elsewhere, #1 Kansas beats Colorado 77-68. And an upset, North Carolina beats Clemson 61-48. Other scores in college basketball, Kentucky wins, Maryland wins. And last night, the University of Indianapolis went 18-0. They will be the new #1 team in the country in Class Division II basketball. How about Del Harris? He's just explaining to the official that he disagrees, but he honors his decision. Well, the Lakers own the first half against Seattle. Travis Knight will come up with a dunk. Then the next 2 times down, oh, they dunk it in. Robert Horry, then it's Jerome Kersey putting one down. L.A. was up 21 points in the first half, but Super Shonick and company came back. Final seconds. This for the win, down by 1. But it won't go. L.A. moves into first place, 104-103 the final. Elsewhere, the Bucks beat the Spurs, and the Knicks get 24 from Patrick Ewing, 95-89 the final. Well, Tiger Woods, he's just amazing. He's changed the world of golf, and he hasn't even played a full season on the tour yet. Yesterday at the Phoenix Open, Tiger brought out a roar and an excitement rarely seen in the sport. Watch and listen to the thousands of fans while the Tiger sinks a hole-in-one.
Right afterwards, I don't really remember, because I kind of went crazy myself. And I'm high-fiving, I'm pumping, and then I was walking off the tee. I was doing one of these, and it was amazing. It was, people were just going nuts.
Nuts. And doesn't this guy look ridiculous? Oh, man, a cheesehead on, he looks so stupid. Hey, Steve Jones blew away the field today in the final round. He was 26 under, 1 off a PGA record. The next guy was 11 shots behind him. Tiger finished tied for 18th at 9 under. And I have to say,